Today, we are going to talk about how to escape low income by understanding something most people never see. The poverty loop. If you stay with me until the end, you will understand why working harder is often not enough, and what actually breaks the cycle. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for deep insights on wealth, money psychology, and long-term financial growth. Now here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people think they are poor because they don't earn enough. But what if the real problem isn't low income? What if the real problem is a loop? A system that quietly keeps you stuck, even when you work harder, even when you get a small raise, even when you try to save. Warren Buffett once said that the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. The poverty loop works exactly like that. And if you don't understand it, you can stay trapped for decades without realizing why. Today, escaping low income is not just about getting a better job. The world has changed. We live in a time where technology moves fast, markets shift quickly, and information is everywhere. Yet many people still feel financially stuck. You see it in everyday life. Someone gets paid on the 1st of the month. By the 15th, most of the money is gone. Bills, rent, food, subscriptions, transport. Then unexpected expenses hit. Stress increases. Credit cards fill up. Savings disappear. Next month, the cycle repeats. That is the poverty loop. It is not just about how much you earn. It is about how money flows through your life. Warren Buffett did not escape low income because he chased high salaries. He escaped because he understood how money behaves. The first core idea is this: income alone does not create wealth. Ownership does. Most people trade time for money. They work 8 hours, get paid, and spend it. When they stop working, the money stops. Buffett understood something early. If you buy assets, those assets work for you. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket without you being physically present. A business, shares in companies, real estate, intellectual property. When Buffett bought his first stocks as a child, he was not thinking about a paycheck. He was thinking about ownership. Here is the hidden pattern. Employees depend on a single source of income. Owners create multiple streams. Behavioral economics explains this through risk distribution. If your income depends on one source, you are fragile. If it depends on many, you are resilient. Low-income traps often happen because people never move from worker to partial owner. You might think, I don't have money to invest. But that belief is part of the loop. The second idea is about delayed gratification. Psychologists have studied this for decades. The famous marshmallow experiment showed that children who could delay reward often had better life outcomes later. Buffett is known for extreme patience. He invests and waits, sometimes for decades. Low income often comes with high temptation. When you earn little, you feel you deserve small rewards. A new phone on installment. Eating out often. Small loans. Quick dopamine hits. Modern apps are designed to trigger this. Social media shows you what others have. E-commerce makes buying one click away. Credit makes spending painless. But every small decision pulls money from your future self. Compounding works in two directions. Investments compound. So do bad habits. If you invest $100 consistently, it grows. If you borrow $100 repeatedly, debt grows. The poverty loop feeds on short-term thinking. Escaping it requires training your brain to think in years, not weeks. That is uncomfortable, but it is powerful. The third idea is understanding opportunity cost. Every dollar you spend today has an invisible cost, what it could have become. Buffett often calculates what a dollar could grow into over decades. That mindset changes behavior. When you buy something unnecessary, you are not just spending its price. You are spending its future value. This is why wealthy people often look cheap. They are not cheap. They are calculating. Behavioral science calls this future discounting. Humans naturally value immediate rewards more than future ones. The poverty loop thrives because most people underestimate the future. They see $500 today as more valuable than $5,000 10 years later. But the math does not agree. The fourth idea is skill leverage. Income grows when your value in the market grows. Buffett invested in himself early. He improved communication skills. He learned accounting. He studied businesses deeply. In today's economy, skills compound just like money. If you learn coding, marketing, sales, investing, AI tools, content creation, your earning power increases. But here is the problem. Low-income environments often consume mental energy. Stress reduces cognitive bandwidth. When you worry about bills, you cannot focus on long-term skill building. Research shows that financial stress reduces decision-making quality. It narrows thinking to survival mode. So escaping low income is not just financial. It is psychological. You must protect mental space. That might mean reducing unnecessary expenses first, even if it feels small. It might mean limiting distractions. It might mean waking up earlier to study. Because skill leverage changes everything. A person earning $10 per hour has limited flexibility. A person with high demand skills can charge more, negotiate more, move industries. Buffett did not just invest money. He invested in competence. The fifth idea is understanding systems instead of events. Most people focus on events. I need a raise. I need a better job. I need luck. Buffett focuses on systems. A system is a set of repeated behaviors that produce predictable results. If your system is earn, spend, borrow, repeat, the outcome is predictable. If your system is earn, save, invest, improve skills, repeat, the outcome changes. The poverty loop is a system problem, not a single mistake. Look at subscription culture. Small monthly charges seem harmless, but dozens of them create fixed financial pressure. Look at lifestyle inflation. When income increases, spending increases automatically. That destroys progress. Look at social comparison. Seeing others' success online pushes you to match appearances, not assets. These are systemic pressures. Escaping requires conscious design. Buffett lives in the same house he bought in 1958. Not because he cannot afford more. Because he understands lifestyle stability protects investment power. Now here is where intensity increases. There is a deeper truth most people avoid. Low income is not always caused by low intelligence or lack of effort. It is often caused by misaligned incentives. Modern consumer economies profit when you spend, not when you save. Credit card companies earn when you carry balances. Social media platforms earn when you feel inadequate and buy more. Fast fashion profits when you chase trends. In that environment, discipline becomes rebellion. The poverty loop is profitable for many institutions. That is uncomfortable to hear. But once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Another hidden pattern is time perception. We underestimate how long it takes to build wealth and overestimate how fast we can upgrade lifestyle. Buffett's fortune did not explode overnight. Most of it came after age 50. That is compounding at work. But we live in a highlight culture. Viral success, overnight millionaires, crypto spikes. That distorts expectations. When expectations are unrealistic, people take extreme risks. They gamble instead of invest. They chase hype instead of fundamentals. And when they lose, they fall deeper into the loop. Escaping low income requires boring consistency. That does not sound exciting. But it works. Let's connect all of this. Ownership creates leverage. Delayed gratification protects capital. Understanding opportunity cost changes spending behavior. Skill leverage increases earning power. Systems thinking prevents repeated mistakes. All together, they form an escape route. But here is the psychological shift that matters most. You must move from a consumer identity to an investor identity. Consumers ask, can I afford this monthly payment? Investors ask, will this increase my future income? Consumers think about price. Investors think about value. Consumers chase status. Investors chase assets. That identity shift changes daily decisions. When Buffett evaluates a company, he asks, does this business have a durable advantage? Is it understandable? Is it priced reasonably? You can apply the same thinking to your life. Does this habit give me an advantage? Is this expense understandable and necessary? Is this risk reasonable? Every small decision either strengthens or weakens your financial position. Another important factor is environment. You are influenced by the people around you. If your circle normalizes debt, overspending, complaining about money but never learning about it, that mindset spreads. Behavioral science shows social norms strongly affect financial decisions. Buffett chose partners carefully. He surrounded himself with rational thinkers. You may not control your entire environment, but you can control inputs. Books, podcasts, financial education, online communities. Information shapes beliefs. Beliefs shape actions. Actions shape income. Now let's address a hard question. What if your income is extremely low right now? The first move is stability. Reduce fixed expenses aggressively, not to punish yourself, but to create breathing room. Second, build an emergency buffer, even if small. Third, allocate time weekly to skill growth. Fourth, start investing small amounts consistently, even if symbolic. The amount matters less than the habit. Because habits rewire identity, and identity determines long-term behavior. Warren Buffett did not escape low income by making one giant move. He made thousands of small rational decisions. He avoided unnecessary debt. He invested early. He stayed patient. He let compounding work. The poverty loop is powerful because it is invisible. But once you understand the mechanics, it loses power. You realize that every paycheck is not just income. It is potential capital. Every expense is not just consumption. It is a trade with your future. Every skill learned is not just knowledge. It is earning leverage. And every year of consistency multiplies outcomes. Escaping low income is not about becoming rich instantly. It is about breaking the loop. When you stop leaking money into status purchases. When you stop financing depreciation. When you stop reacting emotionally to market noise. When you start thinking like an owner. That is the turning point. Most people wait for higher income before changing behavior. But behavior must change before income rises. That is the paradox. If you act wealthy before you are wealthy, disciplined, patient, rational, income eventually catches up. If you spend like you are rich before you are rich, income will never be enough. The poverty loop feeds on impulse. Wealth builds on intention. And once you truly see that, you understand that escaping low income is less about luck, and more about how you think, what you own, and what you repeat every single day.